So Steve, it was a long one tonight. What are your thoughts after that?
Just happy to get through. You know, cup football is all about getting into the next round. But again, the same as Torquay, you know, we need to be better. We need to be better in the most important areas on the pitch. You know, I've been the biggest fans. I've been the two centre halves' biggest fans. But you know, they got themselves into a lot of problems tonight from big, strong teams. And if teams know they can do that, they'll keep doing it against us. But in fairness to them, their partnership's been one of the highlights of me being here. So, you know, I'm sure, and I know them as people, and that won't happen again. But the amount of times we got in and around their final third, and the productivity just wasn't good enough. We got down the sides of them. We knew if they played a three, we'd get in down the sides. Jordan Preston must have got down the sides half a dozen times first half. Danny Johnson half a dozen times first half on the opposite side, but nothing came of it. The strikers need to be cleverer with the runs, and the final ball needs to be a lot better. But you know, ultimately, it's into the hat for the next round. But we know, and I've just told them as much. You know, I've told the individuals that need to be told as well. We need to be a hell of a lot better than that to get the points that we need over the Christmas spell.
In a 121st minute winner, that's sort of what cup football's all about as well.
It is. You know, I'm pleased for Theo. Theo came in a difficult situation playing left back at Torquay. I threw him on again tonight because of his athleticism, and obviously he's a bit more natural on the right. And he's popped up and scored an all-important goal because you know, it's a lottery when it comes to penalties. So you know, we'd rather have done it that way, certainly.
Was it a let-off in some ways, or did you deserve to go through?
Well, I think we had more chances than they did, and got in better positions than they did. But I've said this too many times this season. I've also said that, you know, the squad when I got here is slightly unbalanced, and it showed tonight. We only had one out-and-out midfielder available. Paddy had a hamstring injury which he was feeling. Obviously Luke's suspended. Dan's feeling his thigh. So we had one midfielder. I mean, Tinks did very well. He's done very well at right back. But you know, there's no doubt that we looking in January, we need to strengthen in that area.
And after going to extra time tonight, the Torquay game being moved forward is almost a blessing in disguise, because you wouldn't have liked the prospect of that on Saturday.
No, but you know, guys, they're going to do that, and that's what this schedule and this league's all about. You know, I was fuming. I was fuming that we had to go to Torquay on a Tuesday night, and I thought myself I'd rather do it on Saturday and prepare better. But now it's out of the way. You know, it'll give the lads a chance, and know. You know, it's been a difficult week because we had a schedule, and we're not having a Saturday game. You know, we couldn't possibly train them every day because it would be counterproductive. So the plan went up the wall with and we've trained virtually 5 days in a row now, which is unlike us. So I'll let the lads have a breather. We'll get back to work again, and we'll go and watch Hartlepool on Saturday, and then we've absolutely no doubt of how important them 3 games are.
And it was good to see Scott Barrow back in the side so soon as well.
It was. Scotty had done very little for 2 weeks, and at the end you could see him struggling. But you know, when you've got somebody like Scott Barrow in who wants to play, and he's had the all clear, we want him to play. We want him to be in the team, and we want him to get 90 minutes under his belt before the 3 league games as well, which hopefully it's done him no harm and there's no injuries to worry about. I think what you did see at the very end there was, you know, there's nobody quite as good as Scotty at delivering balls like that. It was a fantastic cross, and as I say, I'm very pleased for Theo.
Just under a week to the next match, big game against Hartlepool. What are your thoughts going into that?
You know, like Guiseley, Hartlepool haven't been on a very good run, but Guiseley were very good tonight. They caused us loads of problems. They've got some very good footballers, and Hartlepool are the same. Just because the league positions as it is, it doesn't mean they haven't got very good players, and they're going to be. It's going to be an easy game. It's going to be a hell of a tough game, and it's a local derby, and it's Boxing Day, and they'll bring a few, and hopefully we'll have a few here. So it'll be a good spectacle, hopefully.
What will you be looking to see from your side in that game?
There's spells tonight where we looked a good team. You know, there's spells where we went through the midfield, and the spells where we pulled them apart and got down the sides. But you know, at times we had 4 or 5 strikers on the pitch at a time, and just that end product you expect to be better. But we'll keep working on it. That's all we can do. They're a really honest bunch of lads. So I'm standing there and telling them things after the game. And you can see them listening. You know, you can't see any of them saying, he doesn't know what he's talking about. You can see them listening, and if they take it on board and we keep practicing, we'll get where we need to be. It's still relatively a short space of time since I've been here. I know I've not been able to bring anybody in, but I'm getting to know them a lot better.